Well, hey there everybody. I just came back from a women's luncheon and I'm standing on my front porch here. It is completely gorgeous. Feels like summer in the heart of winter. Feels like almost 80 degrees. But in any event, I was thinking about this phenomenon called fear. And what I know about fear is that fear is a big thief, right? Fear will rob you if you let fear rob you. And the thing that I discovered was that I seem to have had an intimate relationship with fear in the past. But here's the thing. I remembered in 2013, I actually went on a trip. And the trip was in California, in the mountains of California. And it was a completely amazing experience. And I'm walking around here, as you can see. I'm gonna walk down to this playground here where I can sit and chat with you, or maybe not sit. But in any event, so I am actually at this event. And so we all went to this event where I was supposed to be growing my muscles. So when we went there, before we went there, they sent us a list of items that we need to bring. Okay, they said, don't bring makeup. It was like, oh my God. Bring a sleeping bag. Just be prepared to be bare bones basic. So immediately when I saw that list, the fear flew to my mind. I'm a luxury girl. I love my luxuries, okay? And I'm not a camping girl, but this was a camping trip and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go. So when we got there, it was a good place, a nice place. But there came the day when we were to have a bunch of activities. And these activities were to help to strengthen us, to cause us to understand and overcome fear. Now, I'm afraid of height. I'm afraid of tight spaces, and I don't want anything to do with water when it's deep. So immediately when I saw that list, my brain went into fear mode, and I started getting really scared, making stories about what I thought this experience was going to be. So the day came, as I said, when we were going to have the activities. And what happened was we went out to the playground and they had all these equipment set up. It's lots of stuff, very high places. And immediately I thought, I'm not going to do this. But then I thought, man, imagine how you're going to feel if you came all the way here and didn't do it. So I decided that I was going to participate. I didn't want to be first and I sure didn't want to be last. So I stood somewhere in the middle and watched everybody go through the experience. So now came my turn to climb up this pole, which I kid you not is probably no less than 50 feet off the ground. There are very little grips to hold on to and they're a little far apart, so you've got to stretch yourself. So I'm stretching myself and I'm going up the pole and I'm pushing myself and the fear is creeping up and I'm pulling it back down and just focusing one step at a time. And I got to the very pinnacle of this thing. So I got up there now and I was facing away from where I need to be facing. So I needed to turn and the ledge was just about this thin, not enough legging for my feet to turn. So I remember clinging to the post and just turning myself to face where I needed to face. Now my next task was to jump, touch the rope above, and then, of course, this rope that's holding on to me would catch me as I went towards the ground. So I thought, okay, it's good enough for me to be up here. I'm never going to jump and touch that rope. So now it's time to jump. And I stood there again and I felt the fear creeping up, but before it could creep any further, I just jumped. I tell you, I was completely triumphant to have won that battle. And I learned a very important thing in that moment. What I learned is that when fear creeps in, that all I have to do is to just focus my thing on the one single step So if you are afraid, if there's something right now that's keeping you tethered and scared, gripped in fear, it's probably because you're looking at the whole scope of everything. Stop doing that now. Just focus on that one thing that you can start doing right now, and focus on that one step, not the whole step, and move. Just move. And before long, you will have accomplished what you thought you never would have been able to accomplish, just because you took that first step and blocked out all of the whole massive step that brought the fear to you. So I hope this brought you some good inspiration, and thanks for joining me. This is Dr. Gwen.